All right, how you doing? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna hop right into it. I ain't wasting anybody's time. I just want you guys to know is when I was younger, I had a list of things that I wanted to be, right? I aspired to be. And a life insurance agent surprisingly wasn't on that list. Probably one of the best decisions that I've ever made. It feels good to make meaningful money. Let's get right into it. Whether you are a aspiring agent or a current agent. Now, obviously, the roles would be a little different. If you're a current licensed agent, easiest way to get to $2,000 a month. If you're a current agent and you're not making $2,000 a month minimum, I mean, to be honest, it's not your fault. Most agents that I speak to, they don't have tools, they don't have a system, they don't have support, they don't have training. Because even if you have these four things, the fifth one is the most important one. These people. All right. You can have the tools, you can have the system, you can have the support, you can have the training. If you don't have leads, meaning customers, you don't have a business. The beautiful part about you not making that desired number, in this case, $2,000 a month, right? Part-time, you can do this in less than 5 hours, is you're just not getting in front of enough people. It's just very, very simple. Sales is super simple. Sales is a numbers game. So if we're looking at the worst salesperson in the world, right? Say the worst salesperson in the world closes 1 out of every 100. All right, so when I'm speaking about leads, I'm not speaking about, cold calling. I'm not speaking about door knocking. Like, we don't do that. That's in the past. We're in the future. 1 out of every 100 people they speak to. This is probably I've never seen this, but let's just use this as an example because this number is important, right? Why the number 100 is important is because, well, if I'm trying to sell HIT circuit training at a senior citizen's home, then it don't matter if I might could speak to a million and not close anybody. But we're not speaking about that. We're talking about leads who are interested in what we're selling. We're speaking about, and we're looking at the worst salesperson in the world. So if you have tools, system, support, training, and you have leads coming in, the worst salesperson in the world closing 1 out of every 100, depending on your experience as a life insurance agent. This is if you're just getting started, it's different. So I'll kind of go back and forth to give you guys a better understanding for those who are interested in joining. So we're looking at, let's say 50%. We'll call that 50% commission. So what does that mean essentially? So that means, take yourself as an example, right? If somebody gets $100 policy, right? Meaning they're paying $100 a month. It doesn't matter if it's $100, if it's $1,000. It doesn't matter. It's going to be multiplied by 12. So think of yourself, whether you get an $80 policy, a $50 policy, a $100 policy, a $1,000 policy, it don't matter. It's getting multiplied by 12. So we're going to keep the number very, very simple. All right. So in this case, 1,200. You multiply that by whatever your commission rate is. So if your commission rate is 50%, you made $600. But the insurance companies, typically most of them, they only pay you 9 months in advance, right? They're not paying you the whole 12 months in advance. So now we need to multiply that by 9 months, which would be 0.75, and that equals $450. It takes the average agent maybe about 1 hour to do a policy. 1 hour equals, say, 4. Right? Let's say 1 hour equals $450. I don't know about you, but I'm happy making $450 an hour. Right? I mean, like, actually, like, work. I'm happy with that. I'm an experienced agent. It takes me anywhere from 20 minutes, unless I'm like chit-chatting with somebody. And if I was at 50%, then I'm making $450. So now we have the basic numbers. Now we can kind of get into it, right? Let's get into the fun of it now, and how you can get to. Here's our goal. What's our goal? $2,000. Right? Anything over that is a bonus. All right, we don't care. $2,000 a month. That's our goal. So what do we have to do to get there? So the worst salesperson in the world, you need to speak to 100 people to make $450. We need to do some basic math. We're going to round up to 1,800, right, to make the math. So we need to speak to 100 people a week, 1,800 a month, right? So it's 400 people. This is the worst salesperson in the world. Cool. Worst salesperson in the world. You have to, right? So for me to speak to 400 people, right, and I'm talking about now, what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you how to generate your own leads really fast, right? You have an unlimited warm market. You know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. I don't care what you did. I don't care if you was like me. Every time you did something new, you was talking to your friends. I'm never going to make a decision for them, right? I can come with something new every day. If they're going to buy it, they're going to buy it. If they're not, they're not. I'm not going to assume that they're not going to buy it because I just came yesterday and I was selling TVs. And then today I'm selling life insurance. So I'm not going to make that decision for them, right? Very simple. Let them make their own decisions, right? All my friends are grown. So how do we get to this 400 so we can get this 8 and make it simple? This is how we make it simple. I did a TikTok video. It took me 6 minutes to do a TikTok video. The video generated, I don't know, take it as you get a kid. It was at 43,000 now, right? Ten people in my inbox. Y'all gonna love this. Follow 3 booked an appointment. Now, my closing rate personally is over 80%. If people think they have a money problem, right? If that's the only problem you have, meaning spiritually you good, emotionally everybody's gonna be on a roller coaster ride, physically you good, right? Mentally you good, financially you not. Oh, what a joy. Because you don't have a money problem, you have a knowledge problem. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. You just need to learn more. There's so many things you can do to learn more. It's the easiest fix in the world, right? As long as you're mentally okay, as long as you're physically okay, as long as you're spiritually okay, being financially okay is, you can do that like this. So 80%, let's say I'm having a bad week. So let's say I'm at 33%, right? Let's say nobody else books out of the 10, whatever reason. So I'm gonna speak to 3 people. I got that one person I needed. Now, for me, it depends, right? If they just want a policy, then I'm gonna take the 50%. I'm making $450. Took me 1 hour and 6 minutes for the video, right? I made $450 in 1 hour and 6 minutes. 1 hour for the application, 6 minutes for doing the video. If I did this every week, if I posted good content, and that's where the knowledge comes in at, right? This is something I'm going to teach you along this ride. You're posting good content, then it's going to generate more than 100 people, right? Now we know 43,000. I'm not going to get a chance to speak to 43,000, but I'm happy with the 10 that inbox me. I know more than that. They reach out to me, right? I love it. I know more than that. I know more than 3 is going to book an appointment. I would bet, and I'm going to update you guys. I would bet all 3 of them is going to sign up, right? It's like you saw a video, you loved the content, and you reached out. You like what I said, and then you booked a call, right? You're ready to go. Like, you don't need to think about building a legacy. It's nothing to think about. I don't have to speak to somebody else about building a legacy for myself and my family, right? Making meaningful money, passion and the profit. It's the easiest sell in the world. So 6 minutes, 43,000, 10 people in my inbox. If I do this once a week, worst case scenario, I make it $1,800 a month. What I love about life insurance is there's so many different ways to make money. So current agent, inspiring agent, when you come in, right, let's say you do just use an example, right? No matter, do an IUL, right? IUL, and then your own pen, and then team. So what we want to set everybody up with is creating 3 streams of income. It's even better too if you have if you're just doing it on the side, like you have a 9 to 5, you have 4 incomes in the first 30 days. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. So obviously this is long term, right? That's long term. Your team and your pen is short term, right? Every time you write, you're gonna earn. Every time your team writes, you're gonna earn. So I'm gonna give you something else real quick too for you beautiful agents out there who are already licensed, and then I'm gonna go into for those who are not licensed, right? So a lot of times you hear agents speak about something called chargeback, right? We don't worry about that. We have a 92% retention rate. How do we do that? Well, I realize not just life insurance agents, but just in general, people in sales, typically they have all this energy, all the energy in the world when you're ready to purchase. Right after the purchase, it's almost like you can't find them. Like they turn into Waldo, right? Just like this. Tony Robbins said it. I love it. I believed it for my whole life. You want customers for life? Treat them the same way you did when you was excited to make the sale. So for us, we sign someone up, they get a birthday gift, they're getting, we care about their kids, they're getting a welcome to the team gift, like check in on them. Like there's so many different things you could do. And then what that creates as well is it creates referrals. Now we're not doing it for the referrals. I mean, we'll take it, right? People only referring you to their friends and family if you have something they like, right? If you have something they enjoy. Other than that, people are quick to write a bad rating. So 92% retention rate. I don't care about chargebacks at all. I never had and never will. I'm just going to pour into people, right? That's our number one goal. If you are an inspiring agent, my agents, that's it for the day. You guys want to finish watching, that's cool. I give you some gems. For my inspiring agents, now your path is obviously going to be a little different, but I'm looking at in 90 days, you should be making anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 a month part-time. Let's do the fast. Let's do what I expected. So I got licensed in 5 days. That's not the norm. That's not normal. I'm saying for you guys, if you're serious, right? Like serious about it, it shouldn't take you more than, say, 30 days. You can do it before. We're gonna be nice. Take you more than 30 days. After 30 days, what happens is there's a process that depending on the state. Some states you got to get fingerprinted. Some states you don't. But on average, it's gonna take you probably 1 to 2 weeks to actually get your license, right? To have it, to be able to start selling. During this time, right? You're training. What are you training on? You're training on how to do an application. Applications are extremely simple. All it is data entry, but you still have to go through it once or twice so you don't make those common mistakes that some people make at the beginning. But other than that, is a very, very simple. You put in their name, their number, their health, answering a few questions, how much they want to pay a month. Like it's super basic and super simple. And then once you get it, you got it. So I feel like this is definitely like a hidden gem, right? There aren't a lot of, at least none that I know, there aren't a lot of life insurance agents. I don't think people really understand, especially, I don't know, not one, where I'm from. I don't think people really quite understand, obviously, the benefit of it, obviously making meaningful money, helping families, building your own legacy and your own wealth. Yeah, I mean, it's simple. What it really comes down to is support, training, community, some of the things that we need, and just in general, in order to have success in anything we do, right? Training, support, right? Customers. Yeah, so I appreciate you guys. This is my first video. It was probably horrible on my new screen. Okay, though. I'm gonna get better as we go. Thank you for listening. And I will be back. I'm going to do this definitely weekly, have some structure to it. I just really wanted to speak to all agents and inspiring agents right now, giving you guys hope and the opportunity that you can do whatever you put your mind to. You got to get in front of the right people, right? I'll show you how to do that, show you how to set up so you can generate your own leads with no money. And then once you start making money, then you're able to generate leads with, and that's really when you're going to take it to the next level. Thank you guys. I appreciate this and I'm wishing you well and hope to see you in the next video. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Peace and blessings. I'm out.